The British invasion began in the USA in January 1964, as the Beatles' first American hit, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, rapidly climbed to number one. Before that, very few British records had ever made it stateside. In the 30s and 40s, big band leader Ray Noble found success with songs like The Very Thought of You and Love is the Sweetest Thing. Vera Lynn, the woman known during World War II to Allied soldiers as the Force's sweetheart, topped the American charts in 1952 with A Vita Zane Sweetheart. Then, in 1958, Laurie London did the same thing with He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. The first British rocker to hit number one in the USA was Telstar in 1962 from the Tornadoes. And then came the Beatles in 1964, who opened the floodgates to America to dozens and dozens of British hitmakers, from the Hollies to the Dave Clark Five, the Searchers to the Rolling Stones, Pat Clark to the Moody Blues, and on and on and on. Over the next half hour, you're going to meet 6 of those stars who will tell us their stories and the stories behind some of their biggest hits as key players in the British invasion. The Beatles scored their first hit, Love Me Do, in England in 1962. To support it, they toured Europe with both American stars like Tommy Roe, Del Shannon, and Roy Orbison, and British acts like Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas. The Beatles and Billy J. shared the same manager, Brian Epstein, the same producer, George Martin, and recorded in the same place, Abbey Road Studios. It was no surprise then when some of what John Lennon and Paul McCartney considered some of their lesser compositions, tunes they thought didn't quite fit the image they were creating for the Beatles, got handed off by their manager to some of his other artists. Billy J. Kramer recalled how he, not the Beatles, was the first to record Do You Want to Know a Secret?
Funny enough, when I first signed with Brian, he gave me a tape of John singing the song, and it was just him. And at the end of it, he flushed the toilet. He said, I've recorded this in the quietest room I can find in the building, and flushed the toilet. And I thought that was funny, At the time, we went over, I just joined the Dakotas. And when we went over to Hamburg and we learnt the song, and when we came back, we did it with George Martin, and then Brian called me a few weeks later and said, they want to release Do You Want to Know a Secret? And I said, don't you think we should find a better song? As a matter of fact,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?